here I am again, 4 weeks out. You start to feel the pressure. You know, this is about, everything that you've set your sights on for the past year or so. It's here, it's upon you, it's about to become a reality. All the time you've put in the gym, the dieting, times when you wish you could have been doing other things or maybe spending time with your family, but you were training, you're cooking, you're eating, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing all the things that you can so that you could be your best come that one day. If there's one thing that I've learned over the past, my last experience, or actually all the experiences put together, bodybuilding more than anything is a mind game. It's yeah, sure, it's physical in the sense that you go to the gym, you lift weights, you do cardio, you eat, but a lot of it is what you bring to the table mentally. You could have somebody with fantastic genetics, somebody with all the tools, but if you can't keep it together, mentally, day to day, workout to workout, and especially as the show draws in, that's when guys start to lose it. Even myself, myself included, you got to be careful. You say, "Holy crap! 4 weeks. This is real now. I gotta be ready." But sometimes, I gotta grab myself and say, "Well, 4 weeks. Okay, 4 weeks isn't a lot of time, but 4 weeks is a lot of time. If I look at where I was at 8 weeks out, 4 weeks ago, and I look at where I'm at now, that's a different bodybuilder. That's a different physique. So a lot happens in 4 weeks, and even more will happen in the following 4 weeks than what's happened in the previous 4 weeks, because things right now are functioning at a higher level. So yeah, you never lose sight of the fact that it's coming and you can't be screwing around, and that this is for real. But at the same time, you got to keep your head and keep your cool and say, all right, I just keep doing, the things I did to get me here. Just continue on. Bodybuilding first and foremost should be fulfilling. That's why everyone steps foot in the gym to begin with, is to feel fulfilled. If you felt complete and fulfilled, you'd never have a reason to go to the gym. You go to improve, to learn, to better yourself, to get to grow mentally and physically. And I think that for guys who choose to put their destiny, so to speak, in someone else's hands, I don't think you can ever grow. You can never be the bodybuilder that you want to be, because you're never able to grow mentally, physically, spiritually. You never get the whole experience. Bodybuilding is about self-improvement, self-discovery. You go to the gym because one day you sat there and you said, what can I do to make myself better? You said, oh, I'll go to the gym. So when you got there, you said, okay, how do I build my legs? You say, well, I think I'll do this. But that process should never stop, whether it's on a pro level, on an amateur level, whatever it is. You should never stop asking yourself, okay, here I am right now, I need to accomplish X, Y, and Z. How do I get there? Not who am I going to ask, or I'm going to go to this guy and he's going to give me the answer. Do I believe there's such thing as that there's things to be learned from other people? Yeah, but I think you should always, first and foremost, try to figure something out yourself. And when maybe you've narrowed it down, you say, okay, I've got a couple ideas, and I'm not sure which way to go. They both, in my mind, they both kind of make sense. Maybe they would both work. Let me bounce this off of somebody else, maybe someone with a little more experience, someone who can, maybe someone who has tried them both, someone who's done things the hard way, and maybe they weren't able to save themselves the the misguided effort, let me ask that person, because they can tell me which one worked. They can tell me which one worked best for them, or they can tell me which one they've seen work best for other people. But still, I mean, when that's all said and done, they're probably, if they're realistic enough, they're going to tell you, this is what I think would be best, but you still got to try it. So I mean, at the end of the day, you're what makes you think that someone else's guess is really any better than yours? Well, I shouldn't say that, because there are people who have seen a lot or they've experienced a lot, but you have to believe in what you're doing. And you know, it's not like someone can just look at you and know exactly what's best for you. It's not always like that. And it's not that I would encourage people to, you know, carry about an arrogance or to feel that they know everything or that they shouldn't listen to other people. But I think that they should have a strong sense of self-worth and a strong sense of value in themselves, and say, well, yeah, I can accomplish. I'm not a dumb person. I'm willing to work hard. I'm willing to do what I need to do. I will keep an open mind. But if the time comes and someone can't definitively say exactly which is best for me, or I walk away from that person and I don't believe they know exactly what's best for me, I have to be able to call the shot.
One more. Yep.
When we talk about misguided effort, I mean, we're brought up in a society where the key is either fail fast, you know, try something, if it doesn't work, move on. You don't have time to waste screwing around with that. Or better yet, don't fail at all. And I think that's the road that a lot of people are on, is they don't want to screw up. They're so afraid of screwing up, or of not making maybe the best use of their time, myself included. I mean, I always want to do things in the most efficient way. But maybe I'm a little bit hard-headed, but sometimes I think there is something to be said for people who learn things on their own, or even screw up a little bit. It's not a bad thing. I mean, fucking up isn't a bad thing. It's how you learn. It's I shouldn't say it's not the only way you learn, because you can learn from somebody else. But the lesson you learn when you fuck up, or the lesson you learn when someone else just tells you to do something, it's kind of two different things. When you fuck up on your own, you know exactly what was wrong with it, why not to repeat it, and chances are you know even better how to correct it. It's different. It's different. I mean, could you picture going through your entire life where someone told you how to do everything? What kind of value is there in a life like that, where you never figured anything out on your own, you never made any mistakes? Is that a life worth living? I mean, I don't know. It's part of what it is to be human. It's part of what it is to have experience, right? I mean, supposedly the guy that's going to tell you what to do, he's the one that's made mistakes. And if he's so knowledgeable, how could you ever hope to be as knowledgeable as him if you don't? Yeah, you do have to. I do believe you have to have some of your own experiences, you know, to truly, you could know something or you could know something.